That's why we don't want to be the weakest markets. We don't have a weaker market in a market like the S&P and the NASDAQ and the Russell. We want to be the strongest market, which keep it up to you, because those will lead on back up. So keep in mind, that's the processes. How can we tell the market will leave that particular range or not? Very simply, we get the reversal, we get the high and closes, near the creek area, of low and closes, near the creek area. That judge the clue to what happens. So keep that in mind that consolidation can lead to supply, but you need a supply for change of trend, but not change of. You could be a situation where all the market could be also, or not everything together corresponds properly. You may have one that market with real highs and start making lows in the nature. So keep that in mind. So that concludes the lesson that we had today. A little over an hour. We don't want this to go too long. But it's really about the money flow and watching for this potential sign of weakness of these markets that will turn the market trend down. Right now in the corrective phase, which you can go, they label it for you, go through the areas. Keep that in mind. As we get more and more situations where the markets develop more, I'll be to continue to do these webinars and webinars. Because I want to keep people up their breath so they can make a decision before things happen. So keep that all in mind of money flow to markets. Extremely important. I will do more of these updates go on, but today was basically about how the position of closing today can and affect the markets. Okay, can and it will affect the market that goes on. And it's important to understand that change of market behavior could start out very innocently, elongation, but ultimately change it would be for the market to have supply that will come into the market. So very important to the market. The processes. Remember, the market's been up for so long. You can still correct 10% in the stock markets, still 20% still be very, very bullish. Even though it's going to look like, oh my gosh, the chicken little type of thing. Market correct 20%. So keep it in mind. This is why once the structure of the Bitcoin, the speculative, the gold, the silver, the bond market, all these things are going together to what happens. That's why it's extremely, extremely important to watch it. Many people don't watch the money flow to the market. It's important. Maybe don't. I think it's important because the CM is always going to put your money to a point. Always put your money to the point in which money, the ability to make money. And that's what happens. So that concludes the little lesson today. And I will update these probably before the end of the year because I continue the promise. When I see something that will change the character of markets, the market money flow, I explain to you why they're going to keep interest rates high, the borrowing. You probably won't hear that, But that's the reason why, because they don't want people to default on loans when they can too cheap. You know, from the standpoint of all things equal, interest are probably in a sense too high. But it's discouraging holding markets up, .com, only the longer up, lots more distribution of markets if that's the case. So keep that in mind. That concludes today's lesson. Any questions, please feel free to contact me. It's intended for members only. I will send you guys the link now. You'll have it. Any questions on it? We'll continue also, especially when things happen. But the money flow and the close there were very important. The exchange of possible character are very important today. So thank you. God bless. And we'll see you guys soon. Thanks, everybody.